Early life of Mary Queen of Scots. In 1542, Mary Queen of Scots was crowned at just 6 days old after the death of her father, King James V. In 1558, Mary married the French Dauphin, King Francis II of France, in 1559. He died the following year. She later on returned to Scotland. By 1565, she married Lord Darnley, her English cousin. But unexpectedly, in 1567, Darnley was mysteriously killed in an explosion. Her lover, Earl of Bothwell, was key suspect but later acquitted. They even said that Darnley was drunk in a barn for that explosion, but who knows? It's all he said, she said kind of situation. Early life of Queen Elizabeth I. Her parents were King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. She was born in 1533. She was only just 2 years old when her mother was beheaded for a crime that she didn't even commit. She became queen at the age of 25 in 1559. She was a Protestant but kept Catholic symbols, which no one really knows or understands why. She never married, even though there were offers. She had a thing for Sir Walter Raleigh, even though he was a married man. She is also known as the Virgin Queen. Meeting of two queens. Mary was considered to be the true heir to the English throne because she was the granddaughter to Henry VIII's elder sister. Not younger, but older. In 1561, she refused to ratify the Treaty of Edinburgh. But in 1563, Elizabeth proposed a suitor for Mary. She refused and married Lord Darnley. The marriage led to a series of errors for Mary. They even wrote to each other many times, and they promised to meet each other face to face, but that never happened. Elizabeth confronted Mary through a letter about marriage, including the one of Lord Darnley. And these series of events will eventually lead to Mary's imprisonment, and later, and sadly, her execution. Defeat and death of Mary Queen of Scots. Mary brought an army to fight against the nobles, which were the English. She was defeated and imprisoned and was sent to Loch Leven, Scotland, and was forced to abdicate in favor of her son, James, future King James. By 1568, she escaped and raised an army, but was defeated and fled to England, which, to be honest, a bit of a mistake to do. Elizabeth welcomed her, but put her under house arrest for 19 years, so in a way, her cousin, it was a bit of a trap. By 1586, Mary was brought to trial and was found guilty of complicity and sentenced to death, which conspiracy of taking the throne. In 1587, she was beheaded for treason. Her son, future King James VI, accepted his mother's fate. And upon Queen Elizabeth's death, he became King of Scotland, England, and Ireland. Well, first of England, sixth of Scotland. The Golden Speech and Queen Elizabeth's death. In 1601, her speech was expected to address the concerns about pricing, but Elizabeth addressed to 141 members of Commons, including the Speaker. This would be her very last parliament. Instead of facing the economic issue that's going on in the country, she decided to express her love for her subjects and viewed her position as queen. This became known as the Golden Speech, and it was published under the auspices of the court. And it's more of a summary, and those that were present had their own more detailed accounts of the speech. By 1603, Elizabeth passed away at the age of 69. And there's debate of historians of what she died from. Probably the stuff that she used on her face. Whatever it was, it became her decline. And that was the end of the Tudor dynasty. And before she passed, she signaled that her cousin, King James VI, succeeded the throne. She is buried next to her half-sister, Queen Mary I in Westminster Abbey.